So this is version 3 of my Trail of Cthulhu Investigator sheet, and just real quick, there's some fields here. Now you can, first of all, when you open up this PDF, you can just print it out, and it will print out as a very clean, piece of paper. It's got a white background right now. The blue fields that you see here will not print out as blue. They'll print out as just plain white paper, and you can use a pencil to fill in the form. If you would like to instead sort of pre-fill the form, you can do that. So I'll just enter my name, and my investigator name will be, let's see, and my occupation, oops. So you can just type whatever you want in those fields. I've also added 70 different photos that you can pick from. You can pick from a file, but that does not work in all PDF viewers, so it may work in Preview. I'm not sure. It definitely works in Acrobat. Should work in the free version of Acrobat just fine. And that would be you'll see an icon. If you open this up in Acrobat, you will see an icon here, and you can then open it up. You click there and then choose any file from your computer. If you don't want to do that, you can pick from one of the built-in photos that I have. And the only note is that in Chrome, when you do this, I've just numbered all the photos. Maybe I'll give them more description later on. But in Chrome, when you pick one of the numbered photos, so I'll go ahead and choose 29, let's see, 22, and then you have to click off of the selection. So I just click in some blank spot on the page, and it will then lock in that photo that you've picked. So let's choose 14. What do we have here? So there's a real variety. We'll scroll down a little bit here. We can see the rest of this. 39 is what? So we have just a variety of occupations and people, and they're all approximately period correct, or period, I don't say period correct, period accurate, appropriate for the 1920s, 30s. This guy might be a bit pushing it a bit, but I think the rest of them are all 20s and 30s. So you can go ahead and use those. Should make it easy to pick a nice photo that is thematically appropriate, and then go down here to the abilities section, and you can see that I've changed this from the previous version, if you saw the previous version. I now have these little checkboxes for pools. In my playtest, it seemed like it was a good idea to be able to just sort of check off boxes as you use pool points from the different abilities. Now, again, you could just print this out like this and then kind of shade out the boxes that are not applicable for each pool or for each ability. Or what you could do is we have a star checkbox right there, and then you can also fill in a number for the ability score. So I'll fill in 3 here, and you'll notice that when I do that, the boxes change to reflect that is now a value of 3. So I'll do 2, 1, 4, if I do 5, it stays the same. You can do more than 5 as well, so you could do 7, you could do 10, and you'll notice that as you do more than 5, it'll just split those boxes. Currently, it splits them diagonally, and I realize that it may look like that is striking through those boxes to make them inactive, and you're just going to have to know that means that there are 2 places that you can check off in these boxes for now, and I may change the visual appearance of that later on. So as you do this, by the way, that you fill in these numbers, you'll notice that the build point keeps a running total of how many points you have spent. So same is true for over here. You can star these abilities, and you can also use, you can say like, well, I only have 6 in that. I have, 10 in this one, and you can even go up to 20. You can do 18, and it'll just split the boxes as necessary. So that's pretty much it. If you have any thoughts or feedback about this is version 3, and I'm going to probably tweak it a little bit more visually later on for version 4 or what have you. I'd love to hear from you. My name is Ethan Schoonover. You can find me on Twitter at Ethan Schoonover, and I look forward to your feedback.